Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Today we are going to do a mental detox. Now, you might need that after a long Labor Day weekend. Don't know when you're practicing, but it's been Labor Day here. Good morning. You might need a mental detox because there's just too much going on right now. There's just too much isness going on, too much stuff. What we will need today for our practice is 2 blocks. And if you don't have 2 blocks, books will work today. Okay? Books. Harry Potter books, number maybe 3 and 4, the little bit fatter ones, you know. Hi, Lorraine. Those would be really good, like the fat, chubby Harry Potter books. But otherwise, 2 blocks. If you don't have books, we need to talk. You could grab a couple cans, like 1 pound cans would actually work. Are all cans a pound? They're like 16 ounces, and I think 16 ounces is the pound. So something that you could have 1 for each hand, and then a strap. So if you don't have a strap, we all could use something else, like a towel would work, a bigger towel, a scarf, a tie, something along those lines. Okay? Okay, here we go. I got my slippers on for you all today. They are so fancy. It's raining and cold here, and so I'm like cranking out the slippers. Don't worry, they'll come off, but who doesn't love a slipper? Again, I'm not going to be mad at you if you don't love a slipper, but I'm just saying, I love a slipper. All right, and I have socks. And I have been known to go to bed with socks and slippers on because my feet get so cold. Anybody else? I know. And then they come off in the middle of the night. Like, I get hot. I do get very hot. But to start, it's so cold. Okay. I can't wait for this mental detox today. Like, I'm really genuinely excited about it. So, strap, 2 blocks, or Harry Potter books, or books that have a little bit of girth to them, you know. That's what you'll need today. So sit up nice and tall. We're going to do some twisting. We're going to work the shoulders a little bit. You're going to feel a lot in the core. Do a little bit with the core. Getting excited. All right. Close your eyes. Notice if you're leaning a little bit more forward or a little bit more back. Try to find center. You know what's interesting is we all come to the mat with something, right? Every day. Rarely is there a day that we are exempt from bringing something to our mat. So I want you just to acknowledge what that is for you today. What are you bringing to your mat today? It might be a feeling. It might be a situation that's happening in your life. It might be something joyful. It could be a joyful experience, but it also could be one that's very hard and emotional and heavy. But what a gift. What a gift that we have this practice, that we have our yoga mat to come back home to ourselves. Where for this hour, we don't try to exit, right? We don't try to lean into one of our maybe typical exit strategies, whether that's distracting ourselves or getting on social media, scrolling our phones, drinking, eating. For this hour, we're going to be present with what is. And the first step is always awareness. What is it that we bring to the mat today? So fold the hands together, excuse me, in front of the heart. Take a moment and set your intention. What would you like to cultivate as you practice today? Maybe it's an intention to call on a higher power to help you navigate this time. Maybe it's a prayer. In this next hour, we get to come home to ourselves. And then release gently. Let your chin bow down towards your chest. Let your hands release down onto your legs, and inhale, lift your chin, open your eyes. Good. If you'd like to switch the cross of your legs to balance yourself out, go ahead and switch. Put your other shin in front. We're going to start out with a little pranayama. It is cooler now, unless you're this is years later and you're practicing this summer. Don't do this breath. But if it's cooler today, you got to go, unless you live in like Santa Monica, California, where it's apparently ridiculously hot. So we're going to start with a Kapalabhati breath this morning, and if you're not familiar, you're going to do short, quick exhales out your nose, and the inhale will happen naturally. So I should have brought a Kleenex, and I don't, but you're going to go, so sorry, if you can see snot flying, at least I'm a good distance away from you, and there's no one around me, and that's what sleeves are for, right, afterwards. So short, quick breaths. We're going to go for about 30 seconds. When I say it's time to release, you'll do a long exhale out, and I'll repeat all this later. You'll do a long exhale out. You'll take an inhale. You're going to hold at the top. You'll draw your chin down for Jalandhara Bandha and just hold the breath for, 10 seconds-ish. If that's too long, you let it go when you need to, okay? Here we go. So hand on the belly is helpful if you're new. Take an inhale, and we begin. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, long exhale. 1, big inhale, big inhale. Hold the breath, draw your chin down, throat back, hold the breath, gaze is down or eyes are closed. Hold. Now if I hold too long for you, you let go whenever you need to. If you get dizzy, just breathe normal. Exhale, let it go. Good. Now breathe in again. Breathe out again. We're going to do it one more round. Here we go. Inhale. Find a spot to focus on. Keep your drishti steady. Keep pumping. Belly back. 5, 4, 3, 2, long exhale, let it go. Big inhale. Fill up, belly expands, draw your chin down, Jalandhara Bandha. So we're blocking off any toxicity going up to the brain, and then exhale, let it go. See, now doesn't that just feel good? All right, you're going to take your strap or your strap-like object. Now, if you don't have a strap, you can just do it with nothing, okay? Just air do it. Like Air Jordan, air do it. Okay. You're going to take the strap up. So I'm not even making, I just kind of basically have mine folded in half. And then I'm going to take it behind the back. So it's like I'm doing a backwards pull up. And you're going to pull with your left hand, bend your right arm. It's going to automatically do it for you. And look towards your left hand. So you kind of stretch the neck a little bit. And then inhale, center, gaze comes back to center. And now pull with your right hand, look to your right. Inhale, exhale, pull left. Inhale, pull right. Now as you pull right, tug back a little bit with that left hand. And you're going to work the shoulder blades in the upper back a little more. So keep going. Inhale, exhale. Slowly shift your gaze. Try not to quickly whip the head. Make it slow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, neutral. One more each side. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now, inhale, center. Exhale, push your arms straight up towards the sky. Now, pull your hands apart a little bit. Draw the shoulders out of the ears. Good. Now, you're going to turn your torso to the left. Turn it to the left and let your strap come down. Now, I'm going to bring it in just a hair with my hands, but I'm just going to leave them on the ground. Keep that left sitting bone down on the ground. And you're going to inhale, open it up. Keep the bottom arm bone, shoulder head back. Oops, probably can't hear. Let me take that off. Sorry about that. Don't know how long that was happening. Open up that top arm. And then exhale, you're going to coil it back down. Inhale, bring it up. Now I'm bending that top elbow. You can see that a little bit. You can have it go straight if you like. It's just feeling good in my body to bend it, and I can get a little bit more openness in through the back. Exhale. Again, inhale. Bottom arm is pretty straight. Hug that bottom arm bone in. Top elbow bent. Exhale. Good. Last time, inhale. Now pull up through center. Exhale. Good. Now I'm going to switch the cross of my legs. And again, inhale, reach the strap up. Exhale, turn your torso right and slowly set the strap down. Inhale, bend the top elbow, bottom arm straight. So watch this shoulder head, the bottom one, from pushing forward. Hug that one back. Open the chest. So both shoulder blades are moving in toward each other. And then exhale. Coil down. Inhale. Keep the bottom arm bone back. It's going to try to creep forward. Exhale. 2 more. Open it up. Exhale down. 1 more. Again, you could be using a towel here if you don't have a strap. Towel would work. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now, slowly come up. Inhale. Exhale it straight out in front of you. Straight out in front. Narrow it just a hair. All right. You're going to take your right hand, reach your right arm back. Your left arm is going to naturally come across your body. Gentle little upper mid-back twist. And then back to center. And then exhale. Left hand pulls back. Right arm is going to come across your body, but you're trying to keep your pelvis neutral. Inhale. So the difference between a turn, your whole body is going. A twist, one part staying stationary, another part is turning. So right now the stationary part is the hips. Back to center, upper body moving. Exhale. Hug, hug, hug. Left shoulder blade in. Back to center. One more time. Hug it back. Right and center. And your shoulder blades mine are feeling a little tired already. Left arm draws back. Right arm still tugging a little bit forward. And back to neutral. Inhale, reach it up. And just little easy side body. Just do what feels good here. You can make a circle. Break out your belly dancing moves. My aunt was a belly dancer, I'm just going to say. Aunt Nancy, I love you. Okay, all right. Take that strap down. Set it off to the side. Come back to that later. Tabletop position. Blanket off to the side. All right. Tabletop. Hands are going to go underneath the shoulders. Eye of the elbow rotating slightly forward. Good. Knees underneath the hips or just a hair behind. Drop the belly, lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Now I don't know about you, but I already noticed my shoulders a lot more than I normally do in my cat and cow. Inhale. Belly drops, heart forward. Exhale. Following that breath, inhale. Exhale. Fastest way to remove and have that mental detox truly is through our breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Good. Right foot's going to step to the outside of your right hand. Right foot to the outside of your right hand. I got to do a practice this weekend with a friend of mine, Carrie, and she did this little twisting movement. I'm going to do it with you today. It felt really good. So you're going to keep your left hand down. Right hand's going to come behind the head. Open up the elbow. And then you're going to exhale. Turn your torso down, and as though you're reaching that right elbow almost towards the left corner of your mat. Left arm's going to stay straight. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, coil it down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Once more. Exhale. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, take the right hand down. Right knee is going to come back underneath you. Now take an inhale and thread your right arm, same arm, underneath. Left fingertips, you can pop up on those. You can bind the left arm if you like. Today I'm going to take my left hand on top of my right hand. I'm going to hold my own hand and actually kind of tug that bottom arm forward a little bit. Oh, feels good. Very different stretch than the bind, so play around with which one feels good in your body today. And then if you're holding your hand, doesn't that feel nice to hold your own hand sometimes? Okay, or unbind, left hand down, push in, and right hand back. Left foot's going to step to the outside of your left hand. Right hand underneath your right shoulder. Left hand comes behind the head. Allow the hips to drop down. Lift the sternum up. Inhale. And then exhale. Keep the right arm straight, and you don't have to go far. Left elbow is going to reach kind of towards the floor and almost a little bit like it's going towards the upper right corner of the mat. In breath will lift your heart up. Exhale. Down. Inhale. Keep the bottom arm bone back. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, left hand down, left knee back. Take a breath, breathe in, and then thread the left arm. Now it's going underneath. Right hand can go on top. Hold your own hand, tug your left arm forward with the right hand. So already working the shoulders quite a lot. Definitely already doing some twists, a lot for the upper back here. And then let go, right hand down. Inhale, left arm's going to return back underneath you. Let's tuck the toes, tuck your toes, and we're just going to take a kneeling position with the knees hovering just off the ground in our tabletop. So, a little bird dog prep here. So knees hovering, waking up that core. Take an inhale. Now send your hips, your knees are still hovering, hips towards your heels, exhale. And then inhale, lift your hips. So you don't have to straighten your legs yet all the way into down dog. And very good. Come forward again, plank pose. Exhale, hover your knees. Hover your knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, hips towards heels. Inhale, down dog. Take an extra breath. Exhale. One more round. Inhale forward, just one breath each now. Exhale, bend. Hover, hover. Inhale, push hips to heels. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, now pedal out. One leg straightens, one leg bends. Alternate side to side. Lift your heels, inhale. And as slow as you can, I want you to walk one foot. And as you walk a foot forward, just pause for a moment. And then walk the other foot forward. Pause for a moment. And you'll reach a point where you're probably going to need to lift the heels of your hands. But enjoy the stretch, right? The stretch that's there if we take the time to actually observe it. So beginning to feel in our body is another way that, let's take ragdoll, feet hip distance once you get to the top, that we can release some of that mental clarity because we start to connect into the body a little bit more. We just feel the body, which occupies the mind, feeling then sensation, and then we add the breath in. And that's why this practice is so powerful. Feeling the different ways that the asanas stretch the body, move the body, challenge the body, release the body, right? All those things. And we couple that with the breath. And what we find ourselves in is the present moment. Right? Such a good place to be. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold and bow. Bend your knees. Ragdoll your way up to standing. Take your time. Shoulders roll back. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. Interlace your hands. Place them on the top of your head. Try not to shrink into the neck. So the hands are there to actually remind you to lift up into the hands. And then roll right elbow to the right. And then roll your torso forward. Roll over to the left. And if you want to, you can lean a little bit back. So right, forward, left, back. One more. And then switch it. When you get to the back, go left, forward, right, back. Soft bend in those knees. Feeling the full rotation here. Once you get to the back, stay there. Inhale, lift up, tailbone drops down, open the heart. And then exhale, release those arms, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, right foot steps back into a lunge, take the back knee down. Anjaneyasana, you're going to take the arms, bring the pinkies together, bring your elbows together. It's like you're going to make almost like a crescent moon. So we're going to inhale, scoop up. And then exhale, straighten the front leg and bow the arms, palms facing up towards the floor. My elbows are still a little bit bent. It's like an offering, right? The practice is always an offering. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Now, if this is too much with the hands in this variation, you just take it out, okay? One more. Inhale. It's making the upper back work a little different. Exhale. Good. Now cactus your arms as you come up. Inhale. And release your hands behind your back. Exhale. The thumbs can glide down your back hamstring. Or if your back is feeling a little tight and sensitive, put your thumbs right on your low back. Squeeze your elbows together and just gaze forward. Some of you, you let the hands draw down a little bit. Just make sure that front knee, it's not going past the ankle. And open the chest. Take one more breath. And then exhale, hands to the ground. Down dog kick. So back knee lifts and our left leg is going to go up and back. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Make a circle with your left ankle. And then go the other way. Straighten the legs, square it off. And left ankle is going to cross behind your right ankle. Inhale, slide forward into a plank. Now you can put your knee down, your right knee down if you need to, and exhale, lower to the belly. Keep the ankles crossed, top of your right foot on the floor. Inhale, a cobra. Good. Exhale, come down. Again, inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Now uncross the legs. Inhale, cobra. Yeah, doesn't that feel good? Exhale, down. Tuck your toes. You can push up through tabletop, what I did on the first one right there, or plank, and exhale back, down dog. Right leg goes up. Inhale. Right foot forward and through. Keep your left hand on the ground, right hand behind the head like you did earlier. Inhale, back knee is up this time. And exhale, right elbow coils down. Inhale, up. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Reach the arm to the sky, yogis. Inhale. Top hand down, push off, step forward. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Reverse your swan dive. Inhale, rise. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Our left leg, again, is going to go back. Now exhale. The arms, you're going to bring your forearms together like you're scooping. Inhale, lift up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman. Straighten the front leg. Keep the forearms together. Fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, up. Keep the elbows. Hug them in. Exhale, down. Once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, now you'll cactus your arms, open up your chest. You feel that difference? Exhale, back off a little bit. Interlace your hands behind you, switch your grip. Roll the chest open. Knuckles go down the back leg. Lift your sternum. Or thumbs on the sacrum. Squeeze your elbows together. Don't worry about going back so far. Good. Zip the low belly up. Hug. Push your front heel down. Scissor your inner thighs together. And then exhale, hands release to the floor. Back knee lifts. Now our right leg will kick up and back. Inhale, bend the knee. Let the left heel sink. Open up your hip and start to rotate the ankle a couple times. And then switch. Keep the left armpit lifting. Square the leg off. So straighten the leg, square it off. And in your down dog, let your right ankle now be the back ankle. Left leg's the forward leg. Plank pose. Inhale. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Without the hips dropping, lift low belly and broaden across the collarbones. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Remember, you can put your knee down. First two, legs stay crossed. Inhale. If it's too much, uncross. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we uncross. This is the third one. Inhale. Uncross. Open. Exhale. Tuck your toes. Push the earth away. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises. Breathe in. Left foot steps forward and through between the hands. Right hand stays down. Left arm, hand behind the head. Tether the outer left hip back. Breathe in. Exhale, coil down. Inhale, up. Exhale, coil. One more. Breathe in. Exhale. Reach the arm to the sky. Inhale, look up. Top hand down, push off. Exhale, step forward. Lengthen the spine. Forward fold. Big toes touch. Inner heels a little bit apart. Bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. Inhale. Good, now sink a little bit deeper. Take your hands, interlace your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders open. Breathe in. And now you're going to round your back and bring your forehead towards your knees. Drop your hips. The forehead may not come all the way to the knees.
And take one more deep breath. Keep squeezing your inner knees together. Drop your hips another inch. And exhale, hands release to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Here's your first full vinyasa. You can step back, you can jump back. If you jump, go ahead, bend those elbows right away into chaturanga. Heart forward, legs shoot back. Inhale. Now up dog or cobra. Up dog, your thighs lift. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches up. Breathe in. Good. Right foot's going to step forward and through. Warrior one. Good. Now inhale. Take the arms up towards the sky. Now I want you to take the arms out in front of you. Palms are going to face up. Yep. Sink a little deeper. And then you're going to inhale and open your arms in this shape. Open your arms in this shape. And I want you to imagine there are 2 Harry Potter books on your hands, or blocks. And open the heart. Let your heart lean a little bit forward. And then exhale, straighten your front leg and bring your hands together. Inhale. Now I'm leaning a little forward on this part of this warrior one variation so that the back muscles wake up a little bit more. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, hands back together. Do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now inhale, open the arms. See if you can hug your elbows in. Imagine the blocks are there, the books. And you're going to bring your hands in towards you, elbows out, without the blocks or books falling. And you're going to send the arms back, palms facing up. Lift the shoulder heads up. Take another breath. Feel the belly lift for 3, 2. Now bring them back. Hands in. Now hands out, elbows in, and straighten the front leg, arms out. Good. Set the hands down to the ground. Inhale. Take your vinyasa. Now if you want, right ankle crosses over. Breathe in. Chaturanga. Uncross as you up dog or cobra. And exhale, take it back, down dog. Left leg rises. Breathe in. Left foot steps forward and through. Warrior one, back foot's angled down, 45 degrees. Align your foundation first. And inhale, come up. Exhale, take the arms out in front of you, palms facing up. Lean a little bit forward as you open the arms. Breathe in. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, hands back together. Inhale, lean. Exhale, hands back together, leg straightens. Now when you lean, inhale. It's very easy to lose the belly here. Keep the belly drawing back, belly button towards the spine. Exhale. Now you're going to lean, stay in the lean. Inhale, lean. Elbows draw in. This is going to be fun, right? Now your elbows are going to go out and your hands are going to go in. Internal rotation of the shoulder, and push the hands back. Feel the triceps without even anything there. Light up. Lift your hands a little higher. For 3. Push into the back leg. 2. Take your outer left hip back. 1. Now you got to bring the blocks back. Pretend they're there. Hands in. Turn hands out. Straighten the front leg. Arms out to the sides. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to the ground. Plank pose. Left ankle has the option to cross over right. Chaturanga. Uncross. Inhale. Up dog cobra. Exhale, hips back. Down dog. Are you ready? What's great about doing new things is it helps the mind have that little mental detox, because it's very hard for it to be thinking about anything else when it's trying something slightly new. So it's so good to do new things for our brain. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Do it again. Inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Once more, breathe in. Let it go. Right leg up. Inhale. Right foot forward and through. Exhale. Back heel down, 45 degrees. Grab your blocks. Now, foam blocks obviously are going to make it a little easier. Wooden blocks, big bonus points. Cork blocks, solid, right? Okay, these are solid. All right, you're going to stretch the arms out in front of you, straighten your front leg. So here the torso's upright. I'm going to scooch over just a little bit. And then we're going to bend the leg, slight little micro bend in the elbows, lean the heart forward. Inhale, exhale, leg straightens, hands back together. Inhale, lean, exhale. One more. Inhale. Now stay. Elbows hug in. So here we're in external rotation in the shoulder. We're going to take hands in, elbows out, and push the blocks back. Lift those blocks up. Lift the shoulder heads up. Take the outer right hip, tether it back, and breathe. Take one more breath. Now, blocks in, hands in, and then they're going to go out. Straighten the front leg. Send the blocks out. Inhale. Set the blocks down. Come into lunge. Now, you could use your blocks for your vinyasa if you like. Right leg's going to go back. You can cross the ankle. Chaturanga. Uncross. Up dog or cobra. Exhale back. Down dog. Now I'm going to walk the heels of my hands back so that they're at the edge of the blocks. I kind of wrap my pinkies and thumbs on the inside and outside. 3 middle fingers shoot forward. Take a breath. Let it go. Left leg rises. Breathe in. Left foot steps forward and through. This may be easier now. You've got the blocks there to help that transition. Back heel grounds down. Pick up your blocks. Send your blocks forward. Straighten the front leg. Right here, get the alignment in the pelvis. Outer right hip, it's moving forward. Arms stretched out right. Inhale, lean forward. Open your arms out to the sides. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Blocks come together, books come together. Inhale, lean, back heel staying on the earth. Exhale. Pretty much wishing I have foam blocks right now. One more time. Inhale, now you're going to stay. Elbows hug in, hug in. Hands in. I'm trying not to hold the blocks. I'm trying to balance them. Reach them back. Shoulder heads up, palms up. Good. Take 2 deep ujjayi breaths. Zip the belly in. Yes. Remember where your Kapalabhati breath came from. Draw the hands in. Try and serve the elbows and hands. Elbows in, hands out. Straighten the front leg. Arms out to the side. Breathe in. Exhale. Bend that front knee. Set your blocks down. Left foot's going to step back. Plank pose. You can cross the ankle if you like. Chaturanga. Up dog. Cobra. Exhale. Down dog. Now if your blocks are slipping in your down dog, you may have to take them off or you may have to use your towel possibly underneath. Take a breath in. Now sigh it out. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Your heels may get closer to the ground with those blocks. It may not still be all the way to the ground, and that's okay. Keep the spine straight. Last time. Let it go. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Half high, lengthen. Exhale, fold and bow. Bend down into a squat. We're going to need just one block right now. One block right now. Come down all the way onto your back. All the way down onto your back. You've got one block in your hand or one book, okay? You're going to stretch your left leg long, and you're going to lift your right leg up so it's bending 90 degrees, all right? And you're going to take the block, the tall way, and you're going to set it on your inner thigh. Now, if it's just a little more comfortable for you to go the long way, it just feels more like shoulder distance, you can do that too. In fact, I'm going to do that, okay? So it's on your inner right knee, and now you're going to stretch your right arm over your head. Now, to back that off, keep the right arm by your side, all right? You're going to hug your hand against the block. The block is going to push into your inner knee. That's phase one. And then your inner knee is going to push back into the block. So we're waking up, zipping in that whole core. So we're staying here. You've been here about 10 seconds or so. We're going to be here about 30 total. Keep hugging block against inner knee and resist a little bit so your arm even is lighting up. And then if you want a little more, hover your right hand overhead. And if you want a little more, hover your left heel. Last 10 seconds. Keep drawing the belly back. You might have noticed you backed off that pressure on the block. Bring it back for 3. There's a natural curve in your back, 2. And heel down, hand down, foot down. Whoa. Do you feel that? 1. All right, right leg straightens. Now, if you're getting any back pain, I want you to back off. You can even just take the block out, work the movements, but without having that part in there of the block, okay? All right, left arm is going overhead. Establish your hand against the block. Push it against your inner knee. Flex your right foot, the one that's on the ground. I'm going to even flex my left foot. And you're starting with the hand and the ankle down on the floor. Keep the belly back. Feel Tadasana in your upper back, in your whole spine. So you've got your natural curve in your neck, that's lifted. You've got the natural curve in your lumbar spine. But now draw your belly button back a little bit. There's still a curve in your back. Maybe lift your left hand. Maybe lift your right ankle. Breathe. Continue to breathe. Yes, this is hard. We can do hard things together. We can do hard things. 3, 2, and 1. You can probably hear the quiver in my breath. If you're quivering, you're doing all the things right. We got one more. All right. Left leg straight. Right leg's bent in. Right arm's overhead. You can optionally lift the arm and the leg right off the bat here. 20 seconds this time. 20 seconds. Breathe. Try to steady your Ujjayi breath as best you can. Remind yourself, I can do hard things. Teach your mind to know that. And release. I'm getting warm. Here we go, last side. You got this. We're in this together. I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm here. Here we go, 20 seconds. Hand up, leg up. Turn the palm up. Imagine there's actually on your left palm, there's another block, and you're holding it up. And on your right ankle, maybe there's a blanket laying over it. You're lifting up a little bit against that, and you're drawing your belly button back to counter it. For 3, 2, and release. Ooh, 1. Okay, bridge pose. We earned that. Feet to the floor, arms by your sides. Inhale, lift your hips. Walk your upper arm bones in. Interlace your hands under your back. Release your inner thighs a little bit towards the floor. And then lengthen your tailbone towards the back of your knees. Slow your breathing down. So you notice how reach the arms over your head, come high onto your tiptoes. Exhale, release. As we start to really work harder, right, the more present we become, we feel the mind getting more and more clear. Hug the knees into your chest. That little mental detox. Rock and roll. And then cross your ankles, plant your feet, plant your hands. You can step, you can jump, you can float, you can skip it. You can go right to down dog. But your belly might like it if you enjoyed a little bit of an up dog or cobra. So maybe you went to down dog, you're like, oh no, I changed my mind. Just, you can do that. Come back into up dog or cobra. Exhale back, down dog. Right leg reaches up, inhale. Right foot's going to step forward and through. Now crescent lunge, make sure your feet are hip distance. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Hands to prayer. Now, just notice your inner thighs a little more. When I say squeeze your feet together, now you kind of know that block on the inner knee, what that feels like. It's like a hugging in. Lean the heart forward, and left elbow is going to come to the outside of your right leg. Crescent twist. Bend a little deeper. Now if you want to take we've warmed up shoulders and things a lot, so if you want to open your arms to fly, if you wanted to take a half bind and drape your right arm behind your back and take your left arm towards the floor, you can. One more breath. Very good. Hands down to the ground. Bump your back foot up, yogis. You've got 2 blocks, so if you need them here, you're going to have a chance in a moment to use them. Bend that front knee a little bit. Take the hands to the hips and inhale, rise up. So to help strengthen and lengthen the hamstring, we're going to go no hands for just a minute in our Parsvottanasana. So I want you to lift up through the chest. Lift up through the chest. Micro bend that front knee and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold. One more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold. Now I'm going to give you 2 options here. Inhale, come up. You can reverse your prayer or reverse ragdoll if the prayer is too much, or you can have your hands down to those blocks or the floor, okay? Exhale, Parsvottanasana. Intense stretch, right? Yes, yes it is. Wrap your outer right hip back as you squeeze your inner thighs together. Even though your shoulders, especially if your hands are behind your back, they're in that internal rotation, but continue to lift the shoulder heads up, away from the floor. One more breath. Now hands down, revolve triangle. Now you might want your block. I'm going to go ahead and take one. Hand on the inside or outside of the ankle or foot. Right hand to hip. Turn your chest. Revolve to the right. And then right arm reaches up. If it's too much to reach the arm up, skip it. You can gaze forward, down, or up. Good. And then release your hands down. You're going to take a down dog kick. Right leg's going to reach up and back. Shake that leg out. Bend your left knee and cross your right ankle in front of and above your left knee. Figure 4 in your down dog. Stay in your figure 4 of down dog. Now if you want to walk your hands towards the back of your mat, you are welcome to do that. Take another breath. I want you to get more hip opening than I want you worrying about your shoulders having to hold you up. So please feel free to walk it back so that you're off those shoulders for a moment. You can enjoy the hip stretch. And then if you walked back towards your foot, I want you to walk it back out. Walk it back out. Send your right foot behind you. Inhale, reach right arm up towards the sky. If you want to take a wild thing, you can reach it over. We're on the ball of the foot. Lift up through the hips. Good, and then bring the arm up. Bring the hand around. Plank pose. You can skip vinyasa if you like, or take it. And down dog. Left leg up. Left foot forward and through. Feet are hip distance, high lunge. Take time, steady yourself. Arms go up. Hands to heart. Exhale. Twist. Right elbow. Bring it to the outside of your left leg. So sometimes in the practice, we kind of exit out. Maybe you take your bind, or we'll fidget a lot, right? So notice if you have the awareness. What are your tendencies? What are your habits? And then release. Hands to the ground. Let's bump that back foot up so the heel grounds. Hands to hips and inhale, rise up. 3 times we're just going to pulse here. Hands on hips. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge. Once more, breathe in. Micro bend that front leg. Exhale. Inhale up. Now, reverse your prayer, or you have permission. Those blocks are there if you want them. Hands can come down to the floor. Lifting the sternum if you took the reverse prayer, or reverse ragdoll. Switch your elbows if you're doing ragdoll, and fold. Try not to grip your toes. I know it's very hard in this pose. Push into your big toe mound on your left foot. Connect that to the outer left hip and wrap it back. Right inner thigh, wrap it back. And then hands release to the ground. I'm going to grab my block again. Inside or outside of the foot, or you can have the hand on the ankle. Left hand to hip. Send the sternum forward. Revolve the torso to the left. And then left arm has the option to go up. Big Ujjayi, deep breaths. Top handle come down, breathe in, block off to the side. Down dog kick, exhale, shake it out. And then bring that left knee towards your nose, bend your standing right leg, and hook your left ankle above your right knee in a figure 4 in your down dog. I'm going to walk my hands back again. You could grab your block too if your hips are just a little tight. Have one of your blocks or 2 of your blocks under each hand here. Bend your standing leg. Flex your top foot. Ankle bone just outside of the knee. Firm your outer right hip in so the left hip doesn't drop. Keep the outer right hip firming in. And just stay at the back of your mat now, yogis. Take your left ankle off your right, separate your feet, and come down to a malasana, a yogi squat. Hands together at your heart. Good. Breath in. Breath out. So we'll do some more externally rotated poses here as we wind down, in the hips, that is, because we didn't do as many like warrior 2s today and those poses. So we'll do a little more external rotation here, okay? Let's come down to a seat in Baddha Konasana, holding the ankles. We did a lot of other good things. So, some days are just not time for everything. We inhale, lift the chest up, and exhale, fold. Now you've got those 2 blocks. If this bothers your outer knees, you just slide the blocks under your outer thighs and fold it in. Okay, some of you might like a block for your head, your forehead. And your inner thighs have been working really hard today. Some you've probably been very aware of, and others it may not have been as obvious. But really noticing here now, as you're abducting and you're opening the legs, letting those inner border muscles of the inner thighs start to release. And take one more breath, breathing in. Let it go. Good. Inhale, bring it up. All right, I'm not sure if I did this one last week, but we're going to do it again because it just feels so good. We're going to kind of come into deer pose. Right shin parallel to the short edge of your mat. Right knee coming out of the hip. And then that back leg, back knee is coming out of the hip and the ankle is behind it. We're going to inhale, lift the chest so we can feel some compression on this left side, more expansion on the right waistline, and then bring it forward with the legs in this shape. And I want you to notice your pelvis here. So I want you to push into the forearms, kind of round the back like you're doing cat. And then tip the pelvis forward like you're doing cow. You feel the difference? Okay, exhale, back. The pelvis changes everything, always. And forward. One more, rock it back. Now rock it forward, heart is forward, but just ever so gently feel your belly button draw towards your spine a little bit. Yep. Now bring your left forearm so it also is parallel. If you can, you might need a block under your forearm if the earth feels too far away. Left forearm, your hand is going the opposite direction as your foot, and put your right hand off to the right and turn your torso to the right. So push into that right hand, turn your torso to the right. Your heart is both going forward and the right lung is twisting right. Very good. Now inhale, walk it up and reach back for that back leg, Agni Stambhasana. Now we're not going to be able to stay here because I realize the hour is just going too darn fast today, as long as I'd like you to. So if you're taking this class later and you have extra time, I want you to stay longer than what I'm going to probably keep you in right now. So if you need any support, you can put a block under this outer knee if it doesn't all the way come down. In fact, mine just feels better with that in there today, so I'm just going to leave that. And those of you very flexible here, you can start to come forward. If you're hovering that leg, I don't recommend you coming forward without some support under it. If you've got the support and then you do actually feel like you have the freedom to hinge a little bit forward, go ahead. But instead of rounding, I want you to think of the heart moving forward. The heart moving forward. It's the same tilt of the pelvis. So if you're tighter here, even just play with that. So feel a little bit as you kind of round back and a little bit as you lift up. And if you're feeling good, lean a little forward and do it again. Round back. You'll feel the stretch probably decrease. And then leaning forward, heart forward. A little bit more. You see how you kind of get a little more? Round it back. And then heart forward. Very good. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, uncross the left leg, and we're just going to switch it over. Let yourself just go to the back of your mat. Deer pose at the back. Line your legs up. This is really important. Knees coming out of the hip and ankle. Back leg, knee is out of the hip, and then the ankle scooches back so it's behind the knee. Inhale, lift, compression on right side, extension on left waistline, forearms down. Forearms can be on a block here. Play with the pelvis. So rock it back, round. Rock it forward, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale. Keep the heart forward. It's like makes you smile, right? In like that. Okay, makes you smile. Now stay here. Draw the belly button back just a little. Keep the right forearm. Now you're going to turn it if you can. If it's too much and you want to keep it just as it is, that's fine. I like this position. Left hand's going to go off to the left, so my right hand, my forearm is parallel to the front of the mat, and I'm going to push with my left hand off to the left. Turn the torso. Push your outer left knee down a little bit. Push your outer left foot down a little bit. Good. And then walk your torso up. Keep leaning left. Keep leaning left. And right leg's going to cross over left leg. Agni Stambhasana, double pigeon. Flex your feet. Don't exit on me here, okay? This is like some of the most important work. It is so easy to think about your day right now. And I want you to just see if you can teach your mind to keep coming back. Release mental detox. Release the thinking. Stay with the breathing. Stay in this moment. Allow your body to get into a shape that it does keep your attention on the breath, right? Maybe play with the pelvic tilt here a little bit. You might start upright and then round and then lift. And if you're feeling good, lean forward a little bit. Round, heart forward. Go a little deeper. Round, heart forward. And you just kind of keep, it's conscious moving. So I'm not moving to distract myself from the intensity. I'm doing it on purpose to release the body a little bit. To become curious about the architecture of the way the bones move and the pelvis from inside moves, and how that starts to shift how the body is feeling on the outside. Very good, yogis. Inhale, come up. Just open it up into a wide-legged straddle. You might need your blanket. Hands behind you, flex your feet. Lift your chest. So very helpful here. So if you're getting the rounding sitting, and it's very hard for a lot, the hamstrings, they're just like, they do so much for you. Don't you worry if there's a blanket under there, okay? Inhale. It's okay to be in the tight hamstring club. It's all good. And then if there's room to go, so even here, if my pelvis rounds back, I hardly feel any stretch on the hamstrings. If I can get the pelvis to tilt, get the curve in the low back, that changes everything. Some of you are going to be able to sprawl all the way out. This practice is for you. It's always for you. And when we go to a class, sometimes we kind of can feel the pressures of what other people are doing. But I hope our home practices through this COVID are teaching us to honor ourselves and honor where we are at. Because at the end of the day, what we really want is a healthy body, right? We don't want to push it to the point that we get injured and then not be able to do the things that we love to do. We want to learn to feel our body just as it is, love it where it is, and as you do that, I promise you your body's going to start to unwind more and more. So come back up, lean back, bring your feet together. Slow roll, yogis, all the way down onto your back and hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. So we started with a lot of shoulders. Did some core, did some deep twisting, and then we've ended with some nice deep hip openers. So I'm just making some gentle little circles as I hold the knees, kind of going one direction and then the other. And I want you to pause and just ask your body what would feel good right now. And take that pose, whatever that is. Give ourselves about 5 to 6 breaths in that pose. So I'm not even going to say anything. I am doing one, but I'm not going to say it. You have to look to see. But if you're doing something that has 2 sides, do about 3 or 4 breaths. Again, if you're watching this later, you can take more time. Do about 3 or 4 breaths each side. Some of you might be taking a thigh opener. We did some thigh work in our lunges, but you might want more. Some of you, maybe a happy baby or a bridge pose, a back bend. Maybe you're doing another twist because you just can't get enough. You love the twists. Some of you maybe took extra time in Shavasana. So wherever you are, let's all make our way to Shavasana. Take your time, be mindful as you exit out of your pose. That is a pose. The exit out of a pose, the coming into a pose. So find your way onto your back. close your eyes. When it's time to come out, as always, you will hear me ring a soft bell 3 times. Let yourself come home to you, to yourself. Sometimes we're so scared to feel in our own body. We're so scared about what comes up. And our yoga practice gives us the opportunity that instead of resisting and holding on to those emotions and energies, we give ourselves permission to mentally detox, to physically detox. And to return ourselves to the beautiful moment that is right before us. And we do it breath by breath. Feel your breath moving from the low belly all the way up to the midbrain, as though the breath is continuously beginning to clear the mental chatter. Bring a little bit of movement into your fingers and into your toes. Stretch your arms over your head, bend your knees. Notice which nostril is feeling more clear in this moment, whether it feels like your right side or your left side. And then roll to that side. So the side that feels more open, roll to that side. So if your right nostril feels more open, roll right. And if your left feels more open, roll left. So that the side that feels a little tighter is the one on top. And then push into your hands. Begin to bring your body back upright to an easy seat with the palms into Anjali Mudra. As we step off the mat today, we are more acutely aware of the ways in which we exit in our life, the ways in which we distract ourselves and check out. And we also may begin to notice more of that
mental chatter, and knowing that you have tools and resources to be able to clear your mind. Taking 3 deep breaths. And if you need to at any time, opening the mouth and sighing it out, feeling like you're physically releasing mental toxicity. And even moving a little bit in your body feels so good. So drawing thumbs up to third eye. Thank you for coming together today, for doing these practices. It was my honor to guide you. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Continue to do new things. So good for our mind to keep it vibrant and alive. And tomorrow we will do our healing practice at 10 a.m. So come back again tomorrow and we will unwind all of this. But hopefully your shoulders, some new movements. It was a little different kind of practice today, but these are good to do new things. So thank you, friends. I hope you have an amazing week. Enjoy. Namaste.